Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome your face to a podcast episode. It's called Brad and Dane Geek Out podcast, and we are joined by himself and only Mr. TipHerAFish. How you doing today, brother?
Just kind of nervous, man.
Nervous? You don't need to be nervous, man. It's all right. I can give you hugs and support you through this. And get through from A to B. All right, we'll get A to B. Yeah. So today we are going to be. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I appreciate that.
It's all right, man. It's all right. I'm a bit nervous as well because first time ever I was both doing a podcast. So
That's true.
It's all right. We're going to master this within the next couple of episodes.
Obviously.
Yeah, so today we decided to take it upon ourselves to talk about the latest Red Dead Redemption trailer that came out last week, and we're going to be talking about certain things about it. Mr. Brad's got some information he would like to share with myself and you beautiful people listening, and it's some interesting facts actually, because we've kind of briefly touched on it, and it's very interesting where it could be based and all that stuff. So let's just start off with like how the trailer looked. I'd say
Well, the trailer itself, they've obviously it looks good as a trailer, but hopefully the game will keep that sort of style of quality. The thing with GTA is not a lot of people noticed that when the GTA for the next gen consoles came out, it was very well, graphically it was really nice, and then they downgraded the graphics. Not a lot of people noticed this, but a lot of people a lot of people did, and a lot of people didn't, which was kind of sad. So I'm hoping that they can keep the quality as they did show in the in the trailer. Sorry, the thing is, Red Dead Redemption is a great game, and like regardless of graphic quality, it wouldn't matter too much. But the problem is they create such a beautiful landscape. If the graphics aren't going to go with that landscape, it could ruin the game a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping with from what I've watched from the trailer, I thought it was going to be like a bit of a longer trailer, like showing like way more gameplay, because obviously where it's been delayed. But where it's just like in the first like minute and 26 seconds, is it? Yeah, 29 seconds. Sorry. It's very like a lot going on, and obviously introducing the character Mr. Morgan.
Yeah.
And it's sorry.
No, go
on. It's just kind of like just showing you like this is what we've got coming your way. And it just makes you just kind of go, oh my god, it looks so beautiful, and I really, really want this now. And like, I definitely agree with what you say. With the way the trailer looks, you want it to perform on consoles and hopefully PC if it does come to PC.
I think. Well, the thing is, they're not releasing it to PC straight away, but they might eventually, maybe a year or two after the release. I think what they want to do though is they want to give well, it's probably a lot easier to create a console game than is PC. I agree, PC is better than than console, but the thing is, PC is a lot harder to make, but the thing about PC is they're complaining, but at the end of the day, we're getting delayed as well because they want to make it a great game. Rockstar even said that they had enough like budget, enough like storylines, enough scripts, enough like actors and ideas to run themselves for a game release every single year, but they choose not to due to the quality of game that they create. They create quality over quantity, which is like Call of Duty is every year. If they took like a year or two off, Assassin's Creed, like if they took if like Call of Duty, like Activision or whatever, took a year off or two to create a better game, make it a bit better. I mean, COD is different to Battlefield and stuff, but if they actually took the time to maybe delay it a little bit longer than it would normally be, they'd probably create a much better game. This is like with Red Dead Redemption, is because people are complaining that, oh, it's going to be in spring 2018, they've delayed it. But that's a good thing. It means they're working on it more. That's what they want to do. And the fact is, with the trailer, Rockstar have a bit of a sense of humor. They're not just gonna show like a really crappy trailer. What I feel like they've done in this trailer is when you were talking about where it could be and stuff, I think they've given us a look at sort of every single bit of feature of the game, teasing us a little bit with that trailer. So like every aspect, coming from landscape, coming from the AI, coming from like the AI animals, you know, the wildlife, the nature, the look of the game, the way the AI sort of like in the trailer you see an alligator grab a pig, drag it in. That's quite a sophisticated little thing, because at the end of the day, that's two AIs like interacting with each other in the middle, like in the wildlife, when all they could do is pretty much do what they usually do in games and make the wildlife attack the player instead of like other things. Yeah. So yeah, they've delayed it. They've made it good. I think it's from the trailer. It looks like they're just trying to tease us with every aspect of the game. To be honest, that's my opinion on that. Like with the first part of it, it's sort of just giving you the aspects of the game. Like if you start it off, you got like the landscape, and then you got like a few characters, you know, and then you got the more landscape, and then you got like a town, and it sort of it shows like they seem to be showing the landscape more than anything else, because all the shots are with landscape in the background, like the sheer size of what the map is probably going to be.
Yeah, definitely. There was one part of the trailer that caught me eye out. I'm just trying to see if I can find it now. It's literally like towards the end. There's a shot of the woman in the forest, and it was just like the beam of light I saw behind her, and just like really like, hey, look at like the render on this. Yeah, I've got it right here. It's like if you look at the background, if you go to the trailer, I'll link it in the description down below. Go to 1 minute and 5 seconds, and you just like see the sun beaming through the trees, and it's like where you're saying is like showing you more like the background and like the surroundings. Yeah. It just looks so impressive, and it's like if you like compare it to like obviously the Rockstar's last project, which was GTA 5. Is that right? Yeah, have they done Max Payne?
Yeah.
No, GTA 5.
I think that was a latest project. I'll look it up right now.
I think it was like GTA 5 was their last project, and you know what GTA is like? It's like every like good like space between the Rockstar games, and obviously Rockstar's probably a big studio with different projects going on, but they don't like to pump out like. Attention to detail is very important, I think, with them kind of games, especially because when they work on it in such a like large quantity and probably have like a massive team on this project. And
well, they have 2 teams, don't they?
Do they have 2 teams? Do they?
Yeah, I read somewhere that they've got the Red Dead Redemption original team and the GTA 5 team working together. I think the only reason they got the GTA 5 is because they implemented heists into like how heists work into like the into GTA 5, sorry, on story mode and online. So I think they're working with Red Dead because, as you can see, you could see them sort of robbing a train, and I'm thinking maybe they sort of add heists where you can rob a bank, rob a train, get supplies, get gold, jewels, and all of that good stuff. Oh yeah, and to answer your question, GTA 5 was in fact Rockstar's latest project.
That was their last one. That was like I mean, it was like only 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago that was. So there's been a good space between a Rockstar game coming out. So also they've got LA Noire coming out next month, which does look really nice as a remastered. But this visually, just looking at this game is honestly, I'm just gonna like it makes me kind of just like I want it now, and I want a slightly longer trailer. But what you were saying just about the heist thing as well, I really like that idea, because if you can remember GTA 5 online, they would delay the heist for online for so long. Do you reckon it'd be the same with no? What was I gonna say? With the heists on Red Dead Redemption 2, would you reckon it would be online as well?
I reckon Red Dead itself will be online. Yeah, I reckon. But the thing is, I reckon that they're going to implement it so it is like it's going to be like GTA Online, the way it works. Because I know for a fact that I think that's why they're also helping with the GTA 5 team, is to help with online. Because I think Rockstar was sort of hinting at the fact that they're going to stop, focusing on GTA 5 and heading over to Red Dead Redemption Online, because Red Dead, the original, the first one, had online. It was fun. It was fun, but after a while it got a bit boring because there wasn't much to do. But I think now there's so much more that they can do. I think that they're going to introduce things like jobs, character customization. Get your own horse, buy horses. Tame them. Go out into the wild, find a horse that you would go out into the wild of GTA 5 and see a car and rob it and take it for yourself. It's like a bit like that.
Yeah. I did find out with the first Red Dead game is like all my friends were like obsessed with it, and like I think Red Dead, when did I get? I think I got it in 2010. I did, and my friends were fascinated with the online. They just kept going on and on and on. It was like, "Dane, come and play with us," and I'd load it up, and I was like, I'd get pretty bored really quickly because like cool. It was like little mini games you could play, but other than that, there wasn't really much to offer. I found it was like, yeah, you could like ride around and do this and that, but it felt like it was missing like the job aspect and like a purpose online, because it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna come off this now and go do something, go back into single player and do the missions.
The thing is, you have to think about remember GTA 4?
Yeah.
Well, see, that online wasn't very fun either. And
see, for me, I love GTA 4 Online just because the whole player aspects of it is like, I would always go to the airport on it, and you'd always like end up getting into like a cat and mouse chase with another player.
See, that's fun, but the thing is, what I mean is, like, you look at GTA 4 and they added online to that. That was a big deal for a lot of players when it comes to GTA. But then it got quite boring. Because of the lack of like
stuff to do.
Yeah, because there was just, you ran out of things to do after a while, and you just kind of thought, oh, I'm sick of doing death matches. I'm sick of roaming around, having to pick up guns, having to look for cars, and stuff like that. But when they brought out GTA 5, obviously they brought out GTAs after that, but they brought out GTA 5 with the online aspect. Obviously it was a bit later than the GTA release, but at the end of the day, it was only like a month or something like that afterwards. And they released an online. It may have been buggy, but at the end of the day, it was something that no one had pretty much seen before. Like, you could buy your own apartment, buy your own cars. You could fly around while someone else is, in a car. You could go to the military base, get a jet, and that would have, and you could kill people with that. And like, look at it now. I mean, they've taken it a bit too far now, but they've had all of these changes in GTA Online. They could implement that into Red Dead Redemption easily. A lot of people think, oh, how would it work? Because, you can't exactly go into a city and buy a penthouse apartment. No, but you could buy like a room in an inn or something like that, or a hotel. Because they're bound to have inns, or like, bars and taverns with inns and bedrooms in them. So you could buy that, and that's your safe zone. That's where you put maybe have weapons and stuff, and keep your money.
To be honest,
stuff like that.
I would love to see where you're just talking about penthouses. Like, you could go to like a house, and say it's kind of like your typical like, oh, look at this like building outside, and it's like with multiple like apartments inside of it and that, but you can customize the inside and all that. But I just got like a really funny image in my head right now. You go to your garage and it's just like a load of horses lined up. Imagine like GTA 5. It's just your horses singly lined up. It's like, oh, what do I want to take? Which horse?
Should I take the stallion or not?
I don't know. I think it's the first apartment you buy on GTA 5. I've just got an image. Just take the cars and bikes out and that, and just put in horses. I would love that. That would make my day.
I feel like it'd be, if it were to be something like that, I feel like it'd be like a stable.
Yeah,
definitely. Like to the side of the building, or if you don't get your own custom horses, or you can't buy horses or whatever, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you could only have one horse at a time. but I think it'd be cool if we could at least if it was slightly like GTA 5. But the fun thing, you know, we all know Will. Basically, me and Will used to play Red Dead a lot online, and we had a lot of fun because we obviously just kill everybody. You piss people off, they'd come after you, you know, and then you'd and if they went in that, I think it was like, I think it was called passive mode. I can't remember if it was called passive mode, but it was passive mode basically. And to piss them off even more, you just shoot their horse so they'd fall off, and because you can't kill them, but you can kill their horse.
Oh.
And you know, you'd go up into the tall trees area with with your friends, and you'd kill bears and skin them, or you know, you'd that was a challenge to kill a bear with a knife. So you know, me and Will spent about an hour getting mauled to death by bears just trying to kill them with a knife. So you know, that was fun. But if they implemented things from GTA 5, that would be a lot more fun. I mean, like, you know, there's not cars and everything, so you can't exactly get like a really fast car, but you could always get like a really nice horse, a nice breed of horse that will, you know, that has like stats. Maybe horses have stats, you know.
Yeah, go
like,
faster and that.
Because in Red Dead Redemption 1, you could tame a horse in the wild, couldn't you? So
yeah, you could.
You know, maybe it would tell you like the stats of the horse and stuff like that. And you know, by the looks of the size of the map, there's going to be a lot of area, and there's probably, because it's back then before like, you know, this, you know, or like there's obviously the industrial stuff, but before like America become like this massive like industrial superpower basically, you know, with cities and stuff like that, there'd probably be a lot of wildlife in the forested areas and stuff like that, so it'd probably be jam-packed with so much detail, which would be amazing because, you know, at the end of the day, the next gen consoles, they have much better power than the last gen did, and PC obviously have more power, but I don't know why they wouldn't implement it onto PC, but they've obviously got their reasons. They're probably trying to support 4K. That might be why. They might be trying to like, you know, spending their time working on 4K without any problems.
Yeah, it seems to be a thing at the moment with that. Obviously, because I know we're talking about Red Dead and Rockstar and that at the moment, but it's like, where we're just touching on the PC, why the PC might not be getting it straight away. It's like, if you kind of look at like Destiny at the moment, so obviously that's not out on PC yet, but it's coming out later this month. Do you reckon it's just all due to this obviously improving the game, making it look better? Obviously, because console only has got a cap of graphically, but obviously they've been working on that for so long. But now they're only just like, once they got it out on consoles, will Red Dead then like, right, we're gonna push it and render it out a bit more so it looks on PC?
Maybe. They might not even release it on PC ever. They might not they might not want the game modded or anything like that, so they won't release it onto the PC.
Yeah, cause I know, like, obviously the PC have recently had problems with GTA 5 because the mods. I think the mods actually disappeared for a while on PC because there was like lawsuits or something going on because Rockstar didn't want mods.
Yeah, I don't think Rockstar wanted mods for their game.
Yeah.
Not to mention if they're going to bring on the online aspect with like GTA 5, they probably don't want PC hackers having their way with it, because that's why a lot of people like to sort of are buying COD on console now, is because the hackers get there instantly. Because apparently the beta was full of hackers, so a lot of people were like, I don't want to play with these hackers. Some people probably didn't encounter them, but I know for a fact that on GTA 5 on my PS3, if I went on it now, I'd probably encounter like at least 15 hackers in one lobby. So I feel for the people that are stuck on the last gen because it's not getting updated, and they're not going to get Red Dead 2, sadly. And you know, some people obviously can't buy the more expensive consoles. So I mean, I think that Rockstar are doing like a sort of trying to big up consoles basically, instead of, you know, because a lot of console people get so much shit from PC players. Like, yeah, PC are better, but at the end of the day, console people don't care. Like, you guys are just trying to make yourselves like people that just literally ridicule people that use consoles. It's just I feel like they're just trying to get themselves relevant more than they are.
Yeah.
Because us console people, we're just like we don't care. We play our games, we enjoy them, we don't care. Yeah, we may be like, oh, you got an Xbox, you got a PS4, but you can't exactly go to someone, you know, who has a PS4. You can't go, oh yeah, you've got this graphics card, you've got that graphics card. It's all the same. It's all equal,
Yeah.
other than the hard drive space.
Because definitely, like, from my angles, like, I have a lot of my friends who are on PC, and they could go to me talking about graphics and all that, cards and all that stuff. But it's like, for me, I just wanted to sit down, play a game, not having to worry about my graphics cards being terrible.
Yeah, that's what I mean. With consoles, all you have to worry about is how big the updates are going to be, or how big the game's going to be, because you don't want it to take up your hard drive space. People are like, oh, on PC we get big hard drives. On console, we get 1 terabyte hard drives as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get like you know, we can replace our hard drives. We can get external hard drives. So with the console, that's what you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about, oh, is my console going to be able to run it? Unless you've broken your console's components, you should be fine. You will be fine.
Yeah, but I think this is where, like, Rockstar are probably coming from as well, because it's probably like they probably have got the power to do it, but maybe they're looking at the numbers as well, as like more players that play on console compared to PC. Because, like, if you look at maybe, like, I know on Steam you can look at, say, how many people are playing GTA 5.
Yeah, a lot of, I can't remember what game it was, but there was a massive amount of console players compared to the PC, even though it was better on PC and, you know, stuff like that. But a lot of the problem with PC I have with any game is there's always modders. There's always mod menus, you know, out there. There's always, like, GTA, like, no game can retain its innocence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Fortnite at the moment, they're battling cheaters. You know, they will ban cheaters instantly. They're actually the only game that seems to be paying attention to cheaters as much, because that's cross-platform. Us console people, we can't mod, we can't cheat. That's the thing. We can't cheat, and we can't be ridiculed for, you know, not cheating. So with Red Dead 2, I think, like, they're just sort of trying to big up the little console guys. You know, like, if you want to play Red Dead, you're going to have to buy a console where you can't cheat, you can't mod, you know, and you have to play the game legitly. Or buy probably then it probably won't be shark cards, but, you know, they'll probably have in-game currency that you can buy. So it's probably going to be a bit like that. Like, they're probably just trying to, because all this thing about the PC, yeah, they might even, yeah, like what you said, they might just push the graphics out a bit more and then release it to PC. But they haven't announced anything about PC at all. They haven't spoken about PC. They haven't even, you know. Because GTA announced that they were going to be like, oh yeah, PC will come out. We're just, you know, trying to sort it out.
Yeah.
But they haven't mentioned PC at all, apparently, with Red Dead Redemption. So I doubt it. I doubt it will come. It will come for PC, but it won't come out anytime soon. It will come out at least maybe 6 months to a year afterwards.
Yeah, I can see that, because obviously wasn't PC GTA 5 though exactly the same, wasn't it? It was like a good space between the console and PC, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's let me have a look right now. The thing is, yeah, the PC release date was September 17, 2013. And then you got the GTA 5 PS4 release date. Nope, that's GTA 4. Sorry, my bad. Release date on the PS4.
I swear it was like 2005. I don't even know how long I've had my PS4.
Sorry, I got that wrong. I just got fed some false information just then. Sorry. It was released on September 17th for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. On 18th of November 2014,
yeah,
the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One was greeted with GTA 5. And on April 2015, that was released for Microsoft Windows. That's what... Let's just think about that, though, right? It came out on the next-gen consoles, like, over a year after it was originally on the PS3. And then another, let's say November, December, January, February, April. So, like, another 4 months before it even came out on the PC.
Yeah, but I think this is a good example. It's like when I brought, I think well, like everyone did, brought GTA 5 on the PS3 or Xbox 360. Then obviously the next gen console came out. Then GTA 5 came out on that. I could tell myself, it's like you could tell where it's slightly improved in graphics from the 360 to the PS4. I know it's jumping from literally from one like Xbox to PlayStation, but the frame rates looked way more cleaner. And then obviously that's what like Rockstar are gonna have to do with like the PC is obviously we're gonna get blah. We're gonna like hey with our 30 frames per second or whatever. Then they've got obviously bumping up to 60 frames per second on PC and obviously the render distance, and it takes time for that kind of stuff because that's why there was such a delay when the PS4 came out because GTA 5 didn't come out straight away, did it? For the PS4?
No, it didn't.
No, it was a very selection of games, so that took their time to work on it from get to A to B, which is very important because they don't want to rush it out and be like, "Hey, go, here's a little shit-looking game," but we want obviously the best-looking game we can get from them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I have a feeling it probably will come out for PC. It probably will, but it won't come out straight away.
No,
you know, it might come out like a while after. You know, it's confirmed on PS4 and Xbox One. Maybe they're working towards PC, but they may not be. I'm just saying PC owners can get their hopes up, but you know you can't expect a game to come out for PC. Do you know what I mean? So like, that's the thing. People expect these sort of games to come out for PC because they're such beautiful looking games. You think, oh, they'd want it to come out on PC. They want to make it look more beautiful, but why should they? If people are just going to mod the game or like look at GTA 5, people are just making better graphic mods and stuff like that.
Yeah, what's the point about that? I forgot about that. They had mods, like more like modern day looking kind of thing.
Yeah, what's the point in that? It's just it's not the look. That's not what GTA 5 looks like. So they obviously think, oh, what is the point in that if you're just going to change the look of the game or you're going to change every aspect of our game? Because you know there's a lot of mods out there that pretty much change every aspect of the game. Like look at modded Minecraft. That's the only thing that keeps Minecraft alive, in my opinion. But with GTA, modded isn't as fun. It's okay. It's kind of cool. You know, you get a few mods here and there. I think story mode mods are kind of cool. They can be kind of cool.
Oh, definitely. I enjoyed. I don't know which YouTuber it was, but they would like went through a phase or did a couple of episodes doing single player modding, which I 100% like approve of like single player modding. But if you're going into online, that's just no. I do not approve of online modding at all. But
yeah, even if you're not, you know, you're not a bad person. At the end of the day, you're still breaking the terms of service of a game.
Yeah,
you're technically breaking. You're basically breaking the law. Like you sign the terms. The thing is, when you go into GTA, you basically before you go into online, you click I agree with the terms of service. That's basically legally binding that you accept the terms of service of this game, and if you break them, I don't know if I didn't actually read them, but I'm not going to break any rules. So
yeah, it's got to be that basic kind of stuff.
It could even say in the terms of service, we can take you to court, and you wouldn't know if you don't read them, and then you break the rules. You know, it could be a legal implication. Yeah. So I just think they want their game to remain intact before they release it as a PC and it gets ruined.
Yeah. And
it looks nice. It looks on PC. It would look absolutely fucking amazing in 4K. It would look absolutely beautiful. But the problem is, like 120 FPS or with fucking 4K graphics or something like that. That would look amazing for Red Dead. But there are going to be people out there that ruin the game for everybody else.
Exactly.
So yeah, like I even see there's websites like forums and stuff that actually sort of release, like try and work their way around modding PS4, like jailbreaking it and stuff. That's just sad. I think it's really sad if you can't play a game, legitly and stuff like that. What is the point in doing that? Like in GTA 5, the grind for money, yeah, it can be quite tedious, but at the end of the day, you're playing the game, and if you do it with friends, it could be the most fun thing in the world. a lot of the time modders don't even have friends. They literally just go on the game and ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, then get banned, then make another account.
Yeah, because
I have a current. I really do hope Rockstar crack down on that kind of stuff if they do Red Dead Online, because that's what's kind of really steered me off from playing like GTA 5 online. Because I have not played like GTA in over like a year and a half online. It's like I enjoy like watching it. I want to do like more races and all that stuff, but I just know like the facts. The last couple of times I've been on it, I've not had a good experience because of a modder's like trying to kill somebody's killing you repeatedly outside your apartment, and you can't kill them because they've somehow got unlimited health and they're not taking no damage at all.
yeah,
And that's just kind of like I think it was like literally was one of the last times I played GTA. I was just like, oh screw this, I ain't playing this now. Then uninstalled it. So
yeah. That's what I've always been worried about with PS4. I feel like if they jailbroke it now, it's just too soon. You know what I mean? It's just way too soon. Like apparently PS4 proper cracking down on it because of the updates they bring out or something like that. Whereas you can't do anything unless you update your console. So to jailbreak a PS3, apparently you'd have to go to a certain software update and exploit the bugs in that.
yeah,
I don't know if you can update. I don't know if you could update that, but I think they allow you to do anything when you didn't update it. Because on PS4, if you don't update your system software, I think eventually it crashes the PS4s until you basically forced to do it.
yeah,
Or it doesn't let you online. So it's not an optional thing. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's kind of. I know, like Xbox have got a system like that. It's like it won't let you play the game until you've got your system update up to blah, which is understandable. But that really screwed me last summer because I wanted to play a game on the Xbox, but I couldn't play it because my system update compared to the newer game wasn't in sync.
Yeah.
So I think it's something. I think it's good, but at the same time, a bit.
Yeah, I just that's what I'm worried about with Red Dead is just it's gonna get ruined by the modders. So I'm hoping I really feel for people on PC if they don't get the game because it's such a good game that probably be going to be wasting its potential. I think PC deserve it. I think it would be great to have it on PC to look at it. The sheer look of the game would be great. Probably even it'd be so much more better. It literally looks so realistic, probably as well.
Yeah.
But,
oh my god.
But the thing is, I also don't feel for the people that want it just to mod it. Like, what's the point in literally going, oh yeah, I can't wait to mod that game?
Yeah. To be honest, I have been witnessed. I have seen a tweet or two when I think it was when they announced it, and it's like, oh my god, that game will look amazing to mod online, sort of thing. I was like, the game's not even out yet. They've only just confirmed thing. I think it was like the first trailer that came out. It was like, this game's gonna look so much fun to mod. I was like, oh come on, seriously, you're not enjoying the aspect of like the like hype around it. It's, oh my god, finally we're getting Red Dead 2, but they just went straight to the point. It's like mods.
Yeah, I never understood that mentality. I was just kind of like, why can't you enjoy the original game before modding it? Like, I remember someone was like, oh, I never even played the original Red Dead. I just modded it straight away to suit it to my needs. And I was like, what's the fucking point in that? There's no point in buying a game that doesn't suit your needs. You may as well just buy a game that does.
Yeah, and enjoy it. Because that's one thing I would like to touch on as well while we're doing this. Obviously, because there is a large percentage of, like, especially, like, because Red Dead came out, like, in 2010, 2009, and it's kind of like talk about the first game because obviously probably might be some PC users who never like played it and they're hoping to get it on PC. But like touch on the first one, like what we enjoyed about it and what some people did miss out on the first game.
What do you mean? Like, you want to talk about some people who haven't played it, what it was like to play it?
Yeah, what it was like to play it, and why we're so excited to play the second one.
Right, well, to the people that have never played Red Dead Redemption, think of Grand Theft Auto. But like you see, Bully is literally like the school version of Grand Theft Auto, right? Well, Red Dead is literally like the cowboy version of Grand Theft Auto. So basically, I think they're made by made by the Rockstar North or something. That's why they're sort of like the same game. I'm not 100% sure. Don't hold me on that, please.
I will hold you on it.
You can hold me anytime. Anyway, but to play the game was amazing. The open world was great. You know, you travel around on your horse. I mean, some of the aspects were annoying, like your horse wouldn't jump off like a certain length because it might injure them. So it's kind of like, but with like GTA, you could just drive off a cliff. I know a horse is a living creature, but it's the fact is, if it wasn't, it was quite. The horses were quite wimpy. They weren't very, tough. They would literally just wouldn't jump off anything. They'd barely jump over a log.
Yeah, it was like riding a chicken.
Literally, and so, but the open world, the amount of animals that you call around, you see like a little armadillo walking across the road, out of nowhere. Just you'd see a snake, you'd hear a rattlesnake, you'd see birds. And if you went up into the tall trees area, you'd be just chilling on your horse. Next thing you know, there's a pack of wolves attacking you, or a bear coming at you. Do you know what I mean? And you can kill these animals, skin them, and sell their meat and their fur. So with GTA 5, you kill animals, but you can make money as Trevor by taking pictures, but that is not worth it. I felt like it wasn't worth it. I felt more satisfaction out of hunting with Red Dead Redemption, because that was the main source of a lot of people's money, wasn't it? Spending like a few hours hunting a load of animals and selling everything.
Yeah,
it was so much money. And I'm not gonna lie, horses' meat was quite a lot of money. I think it was horses' meat. I can't remember something about the horses. So you just go out and shoot everyone's horses and skin them, like. And then you go up, you get your own horse and then take it up to like tall trees and shoot a bunch of bears, shoot a bunch of wolves, deers and stuff like that. Because you felt less guilty when you kill an animal in Red Dead, because you could skin it, and its body would be, would become useful to the people who hunted it. So that was like one of the first ever games that would have that sort of aspect, was like, the open world, all these animals you could hunt, skin, and all this. That was what was fun about it. You'd lay bait, you'd hog tie people and put bait all over them and let a cougar come and kill them. You could have that sort of fun with the animals, and you
this was
interact
for hours
a lot
as well, wasn't it? Hours at a time.
Hours at a time, just doing this, so GTA. So basically, Rockstar have a knack for making great games, let's face it, and a lot of people wanted it remastered. They wanted Red Dead Redemption remastered so many times. I actually had a top 10 channel at one point, which I'm thinking about maybe reviving. But on my top 10 video, I actually discussed games that we wanted remastered, and one of those games were in fact actually Red Dead Redemption. Because I know for a fact that I would want a game like that remastered. Because do you remember like the sheer size of the map and how it looked? You could imagine that remastered. Imagine that in HD graphics. A bit like Bully as well. People wanted that remastered and all of that. But like, it would have been amazing to see them sort of graphics. But now Red Dead 2 is coming out and it's fresh. It's it's not coming up from old graphics. It's fresh. It's got more potential. You look at the trailer, you see more variety of animals. You see an alligator. We didn't have alligators. I know it's only one animal, but that is a big part, because you could be treasuring through the bayou. By the looks of it, it's in a bayou. We'll get to that sort of bit in a minute. But like you see the bayou, and then you think, oh damn, we could be walking into like a bit of sludgy area, and the next thing you know, you're getting dragged underwater by a crocodile. And for all you know, you could have to defend it off by like tapping like circle or something, or B if you're on Xbox, and then you'd get your knife out, stab it in the head or whatever. That sort of thing. That's what we were excited about, because at the end of the day, you end up, it's more interaction with more animals, which is really fun. So that's why I think that would be cool if it was remastered. But then like with this game, it's more exciting because it's brand new storyline, and the map looks completely different than it was last time. The mountains look a lot higher up, don't they? So you probably travel up really high up on the mountains,
and they're probably some gorgeous views as well.
Yeah, they're probably gonna bombard it with a bunch of Easter eggs, which would be cool.
Yeah, I reckon it probably will. It'll probably reference maybe like maybe some future stuff. Maybe like this is what could be coming online, or reference to the first game, because obviously
They would probably reference, you know, the original character, the one and only
yeah, I think it's George Marsden.
John Marston, isn't it?
Yeah,
And his son Jack or something. But yeah,
yeah,
like the one and only. Um, and I reckon they'll reference him. But the thing is, Undead Nightmare was a big part of Red Dead Redemption as well. The DLC, the zombie DLC.
yeah.
That was basically a whole new game, and it was just a DLC. And I reckon they'll reference that, or if not, bring out an Undead Nightmare 2. That would be amazing. And the thing is, they actually had Sasquatches in Undead Nightmare, so I'm hoping there might be a little bit of an Easter egg when it comes to Sasquatches, because that massive forested area, it would be even cool if they actually introduced them in general.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they didn't. But I reckon they probably will, to be honest. Because like,
yeah, go on.
no, I was just gonna say is like playing the Undead Nightmare just kind of was really really good fun. I didn't play all of it, but playing what I played of it was really, best way to put it, fucking amazing. I was like, this is like a whole different level. But it's just so good, and I would love to see like maybe something like that on Red Dead 2, definitely, and maybe have a cameo of a certain character coming back, maybe John Marsden.
I think, was it set before? Or was it after?
I think this one is going to be set. Undead. They talking about the Undead.
No, like, because I feel like Undead, yeah, it was technically part of the series, but it was more of a bit of a fun thing. So I don't think it was. I don't think it did affect like their actual universe per se. I think
it was just kind of like a little side bubble kind of thing.
Yeah, and I feel like in this new game, the reason that is so exciting is because you just know that they're probably gonna introduce so much more wildlife, because there was so much wildlife. There were bats in Red Dead 1. You know, you'd go into like an old building, there'd be like a bat flying out and stuff like that. And I think you could kill it. I'm not sure, but you'd have to use your Deadeye or whatever it was called.
Yeah, I think you could kill the bats, because I remember like taking out a couple of them and using your thing.
Yeah, it was just so fun, and to have a brand, by the looks of it, it's a lot bigger than the original map.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be the same size as GTA 5.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful map originally. But if you look at it this time, you literally just go up on the mountain and you'd see some of the map, and you just know that's only part of it, you know? So, and the forest I think the forests are going to be a lot more thicker. Like, there'd be more thicker wood. So yeah, definitely a lot thicker.
Yeah, definitely. But do you know, like, so, like, obviously we've talked a lot about the online, visually, and all that stuff, and obviously, for me, is that what really, really go down to the core of the game. What really made me love Red Dead 1, and I want a second one, was the main character. Obviously, in the first one we had John Marsden. Playing him, the more you play with him, I fell in love with him more and more and more by the hour, and obviously got to the end of the game. Spoiler: if you have not played it, then what have you been doing with your life? It's such a great game. Obviously, John Marsden dies.
Yeah, that was quite sad.
And for me, it's just like, I'm just like sat here now. I've got like my YouTube open, and it's like literally a screenshot of John Marsden's like last 90 minutes of the game, and it's just like him covered in blood. It's like, it was such a great character. And also, we're not going to get him in the second game, because obviously there was a lot of people, like, when Red Dead 2 was announced, like, oh, is this going to be maybe the prequel, or is this going to be in the future?
Apparently it is a prequel, but I don't think it's to do with John Marston. I think it might be to do with his original gang, but a lot of people thought it was going to be John Marston when he was younger.
Yeah.
He was part of his gang, because they saw a female rider. You know, a lot of people overanalyze this, and they go down to every single last detail and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was just like John Marsden was just such like an embarrassed like character. You enjoyed playing as him, and it's like when you first like, for me, it's like when I first like loaded up Red Dead 1, I was like, okay, this is just like another character. It's like with like previous like GTA characters or Rockstar characters, like you've liked them, but for some reason I've had that like that bond with John Marsden and yourself when you sat there playing it. It was just like really like had you gripped and you didn't want to put your controller down. And it's like for me, it's like my brother. He's not the biggest fan of GTA. He's not the biggest fan of Rockstar games, but he's like got so over like hype. He's like, you need to get Red Dead, and he always speaks very fondly of John Marsden all the time. And he's like, it was just so great playing as him. And when he got to the end of the game, he died. It was just like really gutting. It was like, oh mate, we wanted him like to be in a second game or something like that. But where I'm basically going is, do you reckon if this is not a prequel or this is maybe like more in the future, will his son, like John Marsden's son, make an appearance?
Maybe. Might do. I don't think it is in the future. I think it might even be further into the past, to be honest.
Further into the past.
Yeah. But the thing is, like I was saying, is people aren't overanalyzing it. The reason they thought John Marsden was going to be the protagonist or the antagonist? I can't remember the two.
No, I can't remember.
I think it's the antagonist. I think it's the protagonist. Basically, because his wife was part of their gang or something. She was part of that sort of cowgirl lifestyle. And,
yeah.
And that just sounds so wrong, but yeah. So she was part of that lifestyle with him, like as they, when they got together. But the thing is, they that's why because they saw a female character or a feminine looking character, because back then a lot of them men were quite manly. They weren't really quite skinny and stuff like that. They had to be quite like butch and stuff. So it was more of a feminine looking person, like a slim waist, quite slim thighs and stuff. And so people figured that was his wife, and it was prequel to him when he was in part of the gang. So you're gonna see him like robbing people and stuff like that. So I think that'd be cool. But wasn't Morgan part of the gang or something?
I'm not sure. Obviously, it does mention in the literally the first 30 seconds of the new trailer saying hello, Mr. Morgan. So
yeah, because
I think that might be involved.
Apparently, it's supposed to be a prequel, so.
Yeah, also we'll probably get more announcements from Rockstar, like the timeline where it's actually based and all that stuff. At the moment, it's just all up in the air. We're all just kind of making our own theories about it. But honestly, I would like it to be a prequel. It'd be cool because then they could probably build towards going towards maybe more John Marsden maybe in the future or whatever. Or if it's even in the future, I would be happy with that, but we don't know. But this is one thing I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Obviously, about talking about we've got Morgan. Do you reckon it's going to add the element of what they had in GTA 5? You could switch between the characters. So obviously we had Michael, we had Trevor, and we had the other guy as well. Would you like to see that in Red Dead Redemption 2?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't sort of fit the theme, the theme. Sorry. Do
you reckon it might be a male character you might play? You might play as Morgan, then maybe they might chuck in a female as well. Because obviously there's always that big thing as well as obviously the female side of gamers have grown in the last few years, and FIFA's chucked in females.
I think a female character for GTA 6 would be amazing. Or at least a customizable character, sorry.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm just doing a little reading now about the problem with the trailer is they didn't make anyone else stand out other than your own character. So I feel like he's probably the only character that's going to be the main part.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading now about his.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
for me, I'm just quickly.
Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so he is part of the he's part of the gang that John Marston was a part of.
Ooh.
So he was Dutch Gang was a major outlaw gang in Red Dead Redemption based in West Elizabeth and was led by the dangerously charismatic Dutch Van der Linde or whatever. Is that how you say it? Something like that. I can't remember his name.
Sorry.
The Van der Linde gang, the original gang, Dutch, yeah, gang in Red Dead Redemption 2 also played an important role in the backstory of Red Dead Redemption. The name Dutch Gang can refer to two distinct Dutchess gang, both led by Dutch. Yeah, the original gang in which John Marston, Bill Williamson, and Javier Escula, I know you killed Bill and Javier, I know that, were part of during the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and the gang active in 1911, which made up of mostly Native Americans. So it's part of the. It must be part of the. Oh yeah, he is. He's part of it.
Ah.
Here we go. Here's some more. The known members of this outlaw gang consists of Bill Williamson, Javier Schuyler, I think that's how you say it, John Marston, Abigail Marston, and Arthur Morgan, who is who we play.
Ah. So maybe this is where we've done John Marsden, we're doing a Morgan now.
But
Could we see maybe a timeline? We're working across this gang over the next few games, maybe.
I think John Marston is in the game. Now I think about it. If you think about it, I feel like he's in the game, but he's not. He's not who you play.
Oh, I need to look because
Think about this. Think about this. Right, they were feared across West Elizabeth. They were committing murders and robbing banks, although they gave much of the money they stole to the poor. Over the years, they robbed over 40 banks. Maybe they're telling the story of he is in the gang. John Marston is there. They're telling it, but they're telling it from someone else's perspective.
Ah,
you know, like that. I think that would seem very. I think that probably be
I think that is possible. To be honest, if you think of it, because it's if you for me, it's just it hit me now it's when you start at the start of the Red Dead 1, and he talks about yeah, I don't do the gang stuff anymore and all that stuff, and obviously it was very heavily based as that's how it led to him getting killed, wasn't it, in Red Dead 1, because his gang and he owed them something, didn't he? Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
His wife was a prostitute of the gang basically, and she would sleep with all of them or something like that.
Yeah.
And obviously John was the one that got pregnant and stuff like that. And so I think that this is definitely going to be before everything happened, everyone went down. So I think we will see Abigail and John. I think that it will be back when Abigail was a prostitute when I think she was then 18 or something years old.
Oh right.
So I think it's going to be a lot darker.
Oh
I
yeah.
think the guy we play is quite cold. I think he's quite might be a bit of a prick, but he might be a good guy at the end of the day. But yeah, I think we might see him.
I'm just skimming through the trailer at the moment. I'm just seeing if there's anyone maybe hiding him in the background or something like that, but I cannot see nothing.
I think the best thing to do is probably look at the original teaser trailer that they first released.
Yeah, because there's got to be Easter eggs, references. If it is going to be what we're saying now, there's got to be Easter eggs. Because obviously he's a beloved character, everyone loved, and if they would want to make the original fans happy, for me that's kind of got me a bit very excited. It's oh mate, the possibility of John being in the game and part of that original gang as well. So yeah, really awesome. That would be absolutely great. But is there anything else we would want to talk about for Red Dead? Because I feel like we've talked a lot about.
We can talk about the location.
A location, yeah, we do need to talk about that. Yes. So, what's your theories, my friend?
My theories are, it's either going to go between 3 different states, or they're going to sort of make up areas in one state. See, the things that gave it away were the alligators and the the bayou. So the thing about the bayou is it's obviously in Louisiana. But then we go back to the teaser trailer where it showed the more deserty area. We go to more, Texas. The thing is, there are alligators in East Texas, I believe. So we could be looking at Texas, but the bayou, that doesn't explain the bayou. So maybe they're going to do what they did last time and sort of just create themselves a place in Texas, or because of the sheer size of the map, they might expand over. But the thing is, I think that they might go over into Arkansas as well.
No, it's good. If you definitely skip to the 24 seconds into the trailer, you can kind of get a definite feel of like the landscape, and obviously, into the trailer, you can see the crocodile.
Yeah, you get the it's alligator, man. You got to be politically correct. You can't just assume. Yeah, you can see like the snowy mountains, like a mountainous area. You get the forest. But if you look in the distance, like you said, you mentioned before we started the video, was the deserty area.
Yeah.
Right? So in my conclusion, I'm definitely thinking that it's got to be part of Texas. It's the Wild West, for God's sake. But the foresty areas and the rivers and the mountains, I mean, there were snowy mountains there, but I just can't see that being Texas. And the bayou, I just can't explain the bayou. I don't know if Texas has any swamps. They might do. But yeah, in East Texas, I believe they have swamps, because I think it's definitely going to be based around East Texas, because it's got to be near Louisiana at some point. So maybe East Texas. It may not even go into Louisiana. It may not even go to Arkansas. But it definitely has to be East Texas, surely, because of the swamps and the wildlife. By the looks of things, like in East Texas, there's small rivers and swamps. They do have bayous in Texas, I think. But the question is it in Texas because of the other areas?
Yeah, it's like for me, every shot I saw in the trailer, always slightly in the background, you saw the snowy mountains.
Because I know, I'm not an American. I don't live in Texas, but it doesn't look like Texas to me. Part of it does, but that whole landscape, the way it's set out, doesn't look like Texas. Like I said, they may be creating their own Texas. They may put like some snowy mountains from Texas into that design, because there's obviously a limit to how much they can do.
Yeah.
And they obviously want to introduce like multiple different environments.
Yeah, definitely.
But if East Texas is bayous, does that mean they have deserts as well?
I don't know. Because where was the first game based? I can't remember. This is a question that we all forgot. Where was it based? I can't remember.
I know it's Texas. I know that, but I can't remember whereabouts in Texas it was.
Yeah. So it could be like maybe it's like literally.
Because you went to Mexico, didn't you? So
yeah, you did.
So because I know you went back and forth between Mexico and, so it has to be Texas, surely. Let me just check my map real quick.
Yeah, because I do remember, and as well, in the first game, just like some people, if you never played it, you literally, when you're like riding from say like Texas to like Mexico, you literally would have to ride it. You cannot fast travel. Literally, ride a horse A to B. No like skipping or anything like that. You literally, it was enjoyable, but at the same time, it was can get a bit repetitive. But where you get just where you had the hunting, it kind of kept it interesting. But
the thing with Texas is you'd have to go quite southern Texas to get to Mexico, and like like Chihuahua, they got the desert and stuff, haven't they? I think so. That could be introduced into desert, but then East Texas is the thing that has the swamp biomes, I believe. So the swamps and rivers and stuff. But then what about the mountains? Do they have mountains in North Texas? I mean, if there's any Texans in in your viewership, then they could explain that. But I still have a strong feeling that it could span over into Louisiana and be in Texas at the same time. Maybe both. It might have you never know. You might even go from Mexico to Louisiana to Texas. you know. But like, yeah. So I think it's definitely going to be. I don't know if it's going to span over one thing. I think it's definitely going to be more.
Yeah, because like, if you like look at like say like GTA 5 for an example, because that had a nice mixture of everything. Obviously,
Yeah.
it had the feel of like LA. Then you go to like a certain another portion of the map. It was like, oh, this is like a different environment. Then
Yeah,
obviously,
it's like it wasn't, was it South LA? Because I know that it's all based on LA. Even like the Sandy Shores area was based on LA. It was like that because you know the county of LA is it's big and it's got a lot of like wild lands and stuff. So it's
yeah,
like, you know, it's got stuff like I think it has got deserts and stuff.
yeah. It's because like, it's just, like that game like had a portion of everything else. They're not going to do like a grand scale. I reckon it's got to be trimmed down. Like where you're saying, bit of Texas and here and there. I reckon it's just going to be portions like molded together.
Yeah, I think it will be.
But not enough to like really upset people. It's like this is not in blah.
Like I was reading this article about it, and it was saying that the gator in the bayou and stuff. That's what it's called. It's sort of like what's the one I'm looking for? It's sort of like baffled people where it could be and stuff like that. So people are thinking. So I read something about it.
Could be literally anywhere.
Yeah, important that the game would take place before Red Dead Redemption. Okay, yeah, so it's prequel. So John, yeah, the West Elizabeth territory. So we think that it might even have the original mapping as well.
Ooh, that'd be
Because
interesting.
there was a leaked map or something like that, and it has like the whole map. I hope it is like yeah. So here we go. And then it makes sense that an approximation of Louisiana, which is located roughly northeast of the Rio Grande, would exist in the game. So we think maybe some of Louisiana would be in the game. You know, who knows? We don't know. We'll find
Yeah,
out.
and I
They'll
cannot
probably
wait to
release
find
something
out.
about it.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. This game. Why does it have to
Yeah,
be spring next year and not like Christmas this year?
because they're trying to make the best game they can, I guess.
They are, but it makes me sad I have to wait longer for it. Is there anything else you would like to share, my friend, Mr. Brad?
I mean, what kind of wildlife do you think this game will have? They're gonna have obviously the original, like the deers, the bears, obviously the
Oh,
alligators.
what?
Because a bear and a deer and an alligator made an appearance in the trailer. But wait, think about this. Would they implement maybe a fishing style thing in lakes? Maybe they might add more like aquatic life.
Yeah, because that's what obviously we've already touched on it a bit today is about the wildlife side of it, and I would not be surprised if it did like add that kind of thing. It's like you can catch like more like fish and stuff like that, and like go on to sell it, and so you can earn some more like money for like single player or online. But honestly, I don't know what I want to see like more wildlife. I also had bears was really good fun. Deers were good as well.
Well, there's 38 species of animal in the Red Dead Redemption game. If you want me to read those out, I can read those out. And
Yeah, give us a couple.
yeah, we got armadillos, bats, bears, beavers, bighorn sheep. You know, boars. We had like bobcats, American buffalo. You know, some chickens, cattle. You know, like cows and stuff, like farm animals. We had coyotes. You know, cougars. You know, crows, like birds, deers. We had dogs. We don't think we had wild dogs, but we had wolves, eagles. You know, like elk and deer, and you
Mm,
know, and goats. I think goats you'd find a lot on the mountain and stuff. You know, you'd have bears, like grizzly bears. You know, you'd have different types of birds, like owls and hawks and stuff. You know, you'd have like rattlesnakes, and yeah, I think you had seagull and stuff as well. And then you'd have like I said, wolf, snake, vultures. You'd see a lot in the Mexican desert, I think, and stuff like that. So you have all of these types of animals. There's so many more. There's 38 species. If you go and check it out, then you'll know. But there's like you know, there's it's I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like they could add so much more to it. Because think about it, alligator has been added to that. They're probably going to bring back all 38 species of the animal, and if they add the
Oh, no,
alligator,
add to that,
that's
definitely.
if they, the thing is, they could add so much more. But it's hard because it depends. If they span over to a different state, they could have a lot more wildlife, I guess. And if they focus on alligators, they're focusing on the water aspect of it. So they might even introduce like sharks off the coast or something. Because I know in Florida they actually get great white sharks, don't they? So
yeah, I think I've heard that
that's
before.
quite big.
No, that would actually be cool if they did implement that kind of thing. But it's literally until we know where it's going to be actually based, we just don't know what animals to expect. Also, we're going to get our common like bears in there, but obviously from that certain like state or states, we don't know what kind of animals we will get. But as long as it's a bear, I'm happy. A bear and an alligator, because I just want to go into a water and fight an alligator and just have so much fun. And maybe try and ride the alligator. That would be more fun. It's like put a saddle on it. Like this is my new pony now.
I think that's how you'd hunt it. I think if you saw an alligator, you could sneak up to it and probably jump on it.
Yeah.
And like, stab it in the neck or shoot it. But I think shooting could probably. Because didn't they have a bow and arrow?
Yes, and that was shooting a deer, I believe. I
think it might implement it sort of like it was in, Assassin's Creed 3 with the deer. If you shoot a deer, it'd have less value for the meat and stuff in Assassin's Creed 3. But if you killed it with a blade,
you get more value.
You'd get, or a bow and arrow, you'd get the same amount of value. So.
Yeah, probably all that kind of things will balance.
Yeah, that might implement to it. You might buy a bow and arrow, and you kill like, and then when you come up to alligators, maybe you do actually have to like sneak up to and jump on them to maintain the integrity of their meat and their skin and stuff to sell it for more money. So I think the range of weapons is going to probably be kind of cool as well.
Oh
maybe
yeah,
a
definitely.
Crossbow, that'd be cool.
Crossbow, you'll have. Bow and arrow, obviously your typical pistol.
Maybe an actual hunting rifle, that'd be nice.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be really helpful.
One with like a nice scope on it.
That actually would be nice.
Because we had a sniper, but it was really heavy and it was a horrible scope.
I can't really remember it a lot, that gun you're talking about, but for me, I just typically just use a pistol and use Deadeye and just like take them out. Then that's what old school method I would go for.
I used to like when there was only one enemy and you'd mark every single part of their body and you just spray your gun at them and bullet to the head, to the knee, to the foot. I always used to aim for the dick. That was more fun. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Oh no! But I cannot wait for the second one to come out. And
no, I'm excited. If there's any more trailers or any more like gets any more revealed, come back to it and talk about it again.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll definitely have another sit down, talk about more of like we'll analyze like all the trailers together, all images that come out, and we'll just give us our personal opinion on it.
I think we should talk about Fortnite next time.
Yeah, Fortnite. Definitely we're going to be doing this a little bit more regularly. We'll do a bit of Fortnite. We'll do a bit some other episodes which we won't give away.
We'll have to plan those. We won't give them away just yet.
Yeah, we did plan. This wasn't going to be our first one because we did.
Yeah.
We had the other one, but I think we might do that another time. Which before the release of that game comes out, which will be fun. I know what
you're talking about.
Yeah, but if you guys would like us to cover like any other games or topics or anything, do let us know in the comments down below. We haven't really come up with like how regularly we're going to do this. It's just like when the dying needs to do it.
We should attempt it like every week, maybe.
Every Tuesday.
We'll try every Tuesday, yeah.
Every Tuesday we'll try our best because I'm off and you are off in the evening, so we can try our best.
Yeah, we'll try. Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
Can't promise. Can't promise.
Yeah, you know what I'm like. It took me ages to get around to doing this one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just every spam every now and then.
But the thing is, it was quite good because we had a different topic to talk about.
Yeah, definitely that, which was cool.
Yeah, because we were going to talk about something else, but then the Red Dead 2 trailer come out, and there was so much detail to add to it, and you know we could talk about it. But the thing is, I haven't really analysed it too much. I should have analysed it before before the podcast, really, because then we could have probably spoken a lot more about the game. But I think what we could do is analyse it, and if anything else gets revealed, we could add it onto that and come up with another video for that. To be honest.
Yeah, we haven't gone super geeked out on the trailer. We're just kind of like, we watched it a few times, read a few things and that.
Yeah, I definitely caught onto that whole bayou and alligator thing. I think that's just because I'm a fan of the originals and True Blood, and they're set in Louisiana, and I'm a big fan of the state itself. So I think that's probably why it caught my eye the most.
Yeah, it really jumped out at you. Went, oh my god!
And plus, I'd always wanted a game like that. I feel like GTA 6 should be somewhere like that. You know, quite rural, have more of an open area of wildlife and stuff.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I think that's what they're working on now, aren't they? GTA 6, maybe.
Maybe.
Must be due one in the next 2 years anyway. And hopefully we can sit down.
Apparently it's every. Is it 6 to 8 years that they're going to bring out GTAs?
Jeezy. But I remember when they announced that, hey, here you go, here's GTA 5, and we're not going to do no more now. And I did remember, I had great fun reading that article online. It's like they weren't going to do no more GTAs.
Yeah, they're bound to do another GTA. They got. I mean, even if they don't, they could carry on with, you know, they've got Red Dead Redemption and stuff. So.
Yeah. But we all are more psyched for this now. Red Dead Redemption.
I'm probably more excited about this than I was GTA 5. The thing that excited me about GTA 5 is they over advertised the wildlife and the Rattan Canyon, like the river and the forest bit. They over advertised that more than it actually. It looks so much better in the trailer than it does in the game itself. Looks amazing, but the trailer makes it look so much better than it actually is. And the planes, that was the most exciting part about GTA 5. But every single thing about Red Dead Redemption 2 has excited me. And the idea of alligators and the idea of being in a bayou and maybe being in Louisiana, that's excited me even more. And the look of the forest looks so much more dense because in Tall Trees it's quite a big forested area, but that's literally the only forest that we had. In this, it looks like there's forest, there's lakes, there's, you know, like big boulders of rocks that are everywhere. It looks just so much attention to detail that there could be a massive forested area with like a river in the middle of it and stuff like that. And you know, you'd sit by the river. I think it's going to look like a lot like Assassin's Creed 3 with the way they did things, with the whole big forested areas and loads of bears and wildlife walking about and stuff.
Yeah, definitely would be.
So yeah, that's why everyone's so excited for it, is because every aspect of Red Dead Redemption was so much fun.
And we're all just be kind of sat waiting for the announcement of this for that since then. But it's finally here, the announcement. But that's all we got time for now, I think. Is it, Brad?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it is. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you obviously leave a like on the video. Don't forget, anything we've talked about over this last hour, you want to talk to us in the comments about, myself and Brad will be looking at the comments and replying to you, and hit
us up on Twitter. That's also a best way of getting a hold of us.
Yeah. Too. Twitter, you obviously can see it on your things.
Have you announced that you had a new Twitter on your YouTube?
I did all of that stuff. I did, but not really. Kind of. Yes. No. 50-50. I'm not really good at being organised. It's kind of like kind of get around to it eventually. But you've got my Twitter, as you can see on your screens at the moment. You've got Brad's Twitter. If you want to talk to either of us about this podcast, feel free to DM us or tweet us. And if you ever want to come watch us play games live, we've also got our Twitch links as well. Obviously, I'm the Master Game 94. There you've got TipHerAFish, but remember the underscores as well. And
those underscores may change one day. I may get rid of them. So
one day.
one day. I'm hoping. So.
Praying to Lord every day, so please let it be the day.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But I'll also link Brad's YouTube channel down below as well. He uploads every day or every other day.
I try.
He tries his best. But
I go through phases of uploading every day, and then I stop for like 3 weeks, and then do it again.
Oh, we all go through little waves of it, mate. At least we're not one of the people who do. I don't know. I could be one of the people who's like only upload once a month, but we upload regularly. We upload regularly.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, we try our best. But thank you all for listening. And we'll be back hopefully next Tuesday with another podcast where we'll talk about some Fortnite. I think next week, talking about the battle royale element of it and how awesome it is to play. Because honestly, I'm enjoying it. Brad's enjoying it. But we'll save all our excitement for next week. But thank you very much, Brad, for joining us today on the podcast. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.